Morning everybody, day 3. Just dropping 40 litres in to top up my tank there. So that'll get us a full tank to get the first job done. We got 3 jobs today. We've got to finish off the roof paint. We've got a soft wash of a roof and we've got a unit cleanup. So I've got to pick up some supplies from Bunnings to get some new sandbags because mine started falling apart yesterday, so I had to ditch the sand, get some new bags, and we'll get set up. So we're just on this roof here, truck's there. This whole front roof, there is tanks down the back. This whole front roof, we're just putting water up here. So we just run a little bit of water up on the roof. It's quite sure this whole front side goes to the street. So we just put a little bit of water up there. Come out here. And then the water's coming out the drain. Just there. Alright, so we got a little hose to divert from there back into the garden. We had to stop and get some sandbags, so we got some new sandbags. Just gotta make them up. Got my little bilge pump there, sandbags here, so just gotta make them up and then we'll dam up because there's another outlet just up here and that'll flow down to that point at the same time. So we'll get that made up and then we'll show you the setup. Okay, so what we got here is we've got 5 sandbags. These are called silt bags. They're a bit skinnier, so you can still have 20 kilos, almost 20 kilos in a bag, and it travels out further. And you can see how the water's just damming in this area. There's tiny little flow going that way. You're always going to have something. But you got all this area just here starting to dam. So when I turn on the bilge pump, that'll just all get pumped just back into the corner of the garden here where it's not going to kill anything. So just going to put a hat on the hose here. There's not too much foot traffic around here, but yeah, everything's working good there. We're just going to hook up the power, hook it up to the battery on the truck. So we'll grab out a little 15 metre length of cord I got here. Got a little Anderson plugs on both ends, so I can hook it up to the battery connector there, and then hook it up to. I've got a little Anderson plug on the end of this one. Just in here, just there. So I run that through the sandbag on that top one, so that keeps the bilge pump nice and steady. Hook this up and away we go. We can start cleaning this roof. This was a job recommended to me for soft washing reasons, because it's a pretty steep roof and it's been painted before, so you pretty much don't want to walk on this roof because it's going to be pretty slippery when it's getting washed. So it's more of a soft wash only roof. As you can see, a lot of the top's starting to go. This is how I can tell that it's been painted. So if we look at the roof, it's got that little ribbed section on the paintwork. You can see there are little dimples right up there. So that's a spray finish. A colour bond that'd be nice and smooth and silky, and you can see all the screws have been sprayed. That's been sprayed. That one's been sprayed. So what we're doing now is we're going to spray this peak, spraying over the back there just to try and get a bit over the back there. So it's just to sit and wait. Gotta let this section pop, and then we'll spray another section. You can see they had a tree down there rubbing on the roof. That's gone now, so yeah, we're just gonna wait. You can see down there where I haven't sprayed, this is all wet. So we're just gonna wait another 10-15 minutes before we move to another section. All the up the top there is starting to dissipate. So we'll get there slowly. I'm just gonna move around. It's about a story and a half down the back, so by the time we get up to the gutter like we are, pretty much won't set foot on this roof. We'll just keep spraying it all from the edges and just let it dwell and wait. Alright, so got a little bit of stubborn stains down around the bottom here, so we're just going to wait. We just sprayed that again. We're over here spraying this cut over here. So with clouds, sun's just popped behind a cloud, so we're just going to wait 10-15 minutes and then we're going to respray all this and then rinse and then start travelling down the side. So we're just doing down the back side of the house. You can see it's nearly 2 stories. We've got this side to do and a little bit at the front. We're just doing the last little corner here. We switched it over the water, so we had a blade going right up that side that was just black, just getting the southern sun. So we just let that dwell. We're going to jump up there and just respray that section, and then we're just going to start rinsing the roof. It's going to, when we rinse the roof, we're just going to spray it from the ground up and over to rinse that. And then we're going to move this ladder, we'll move it over there, and we'll start from this corner and work our way to the front. Because that side is in the shade a lot, so we're going to have to hit that, let it sit, and then come back and hit it again probably, because it's going to be pretty black on that side. Up on the roof here, this is how black this side was. You can see a lot of brown. Little bit of bird poo up around the aerial there. This roof here is pretty much done. A little bit of brownness down here, but that'll just come off nice and easy. So we just want to respray this section here, especially that valley. It's all dead at the moment by the look of it. We're just going to drop the last little line on this section. We're just going to give it a nice soak right up there. Just get that back edge there. Get up on that TV aerial. Around that there. Put a little bit on this back roof. Now I'm hanging the ladder. I got the rope. Oh, the rope. Freaking hose tied up here. Alright. So what we're going to do is just wait another 5 minutes up here, and then the water will be in the spray gun. So whatever's left in the line, we're going to throw it over on that far roof, and it can stay over there for now. And then once we get a bit of water, we'll just do a quick little rinse this back roof here, and rinse the back side over there, and then we can rinse that far side from the ground, and then the front where we can get all that from the ground as well. And then we'll move on to this last side. So we got here, time is 9:30. We got here just after 8. We had to set up all new sandbags and then start washing the roof. So washing the roof was pretty easy. Part is just spray and let it sit. I just got another quote through. So probably about 2 hours, a little bit longer because I've got to pack up all the sandbags and stuff, but that's a pretty good day. And that's only one job of the day. We've got to go spray that roof while the sun's out, so there's going to be a pretty good spray on that roof. And then we got a little clean in the afternoon. So hopefully you learn something off the roof part. I can show you this. The old whatever you call it. Gutter guard there, but you can see the blue, that's the old color of the roof, and then that's the white. So you can see all that has gone brown now, so a nice flush. We'll get rid of the rest of that. The rest of that will dry out, and then the rain will take it off. Rain will take all that off pretty easy. Like, you just got to inform your customer. Like, I've told the customer there's going to be a little bit of brown marks up on the roof, but it's dead. It'll dry out, it'll turn to dust, and then the rain will take it off. I've never had a callback on a roof when I've informed the customer what's happened or what's going to happen. I always get a call back if I don't tell the customer or if I don't talk to the customer about the roof, especially about lichen. The lichen just there, that's white brown, so that'll just craze up and turn to dust, and then the rain will slowly take that off the roof. So there shouldn't be a problem with that. But yeah, we're just going to rinse. All right, as you can't see there, you can only just see it. We've got the peak when we've washed it. We've got ladder up down that end. Spray 3 or 4 times. Got a little bit left on this far corner here to do. But it's pretty black compared to the white. It's just hard to see because the sun's right on it. That's all we got left, which is pretty much the blackest section of the whole roof. So we're just going to spray it a bit heavy, and this one's here. Got a pretty good result. Just got this bottom corner here to do and finish up. So otherwise the roof is all cleaned. All right, so we're all done this roof. We've just done a final rinse, so we got a nice good result. That is the same front and back everywhere we go. So some might ask, how do you clean out the drains once you're finished, because of there'll be chemical residue in the drain and whatnot. And the biggest thing is to flush out your bilge pump, because you don't want it sitting in chlorine. Pack it up, because all that's going to do is break down all your plastics and all the mechanisms and all that type of stuff. They don't last long enough as they are, but what I do is, let me show you. So I've disconnected my water supply from the tank, just drop it on the footpath, and I just let it run for about 5-10 minutes. At the end of the day, what it does, it floods the area because the bilge pump goes like mad. So it's damming up here. You can see it slowly building up, but we want it to do that. What happened here was the area, it overflowed and come out on the footpath. So now we want to just make sure we flood everything with water. This will overflow and start running down the street, but that's fine. You get all these little bits and pieces of debris. We want to get rid of that. It's caught up on the bottom there. So we just got that going. That's all clean water down there. There's no more chlorine coming off the roof because we've flushed out all the gutters. We make sure we flush all the gutters out, we keep them wet, because that's the biggest question I get asked: do the gutters rust? I'm like, no. If you get rid of the chlorine, it does not rust the gutters. You keep everything wet, you flush them out, you shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. You'll get a gutter that'll rust because the water sits in it, not just because of the chlorine. Like, you can get a gutter rusting just because of water. So we're just gonna, what we'll do is turn off the water, because we've got enough there. We'll let that run dry and then we'll pull that up. All right, so we just had a visitor from the local council. We didn't get it on film because I didn't want to film him. All he did, he pulled up right there, had a look at all the sandbags and stuff down there, gave me a thumbs up, hopped back in his car and drove away. So this is the hardest council to wash houses in. But if you make sure you're doing the right thing, it doesn't matter what council you're in, you're always going to be in the safe. So just make sure you sandbag, pump, and you're all good. Alright, so we just finished spraying the last coat on the roof. Just tidying up everything, getting it all ready. I wasn't going to film too much of it because we did it yesterday. So going to pull this out, get it all wound up, and then head to the last job of the day. So we were meant to be cleaning, we'll have to postpone this one. We were meant to be cleaning that top unit there, so all the soffites and stuff around the building, and a little bit of the walkway. So we're meant to be doing that. The painters are still going. These are aged care units, so this is a good contract I got from my bond cleaners, where we do 50 plus of these a year. Sometimes last year we did about 75, all coming off one contact. So just a little tip, if you're looking to get ongoing constant work, talk to your bond cleaners, swap them out the pressure washing, and give them all your windows and all that type of stuff, because I hate doing windows. And if I haven't made that prevalent in other videos, hate doing windows. So switch that around, and then I offer them pretty good rates on pressure washing, and I give them all my window cleaning. So switch. But then they got this contract, which is, I think they do 10 to 15 aged care units where they come in, they'll do a gut reno, ready for the new ones to come in. We come in, we clean all the concrete and all the building and tidy up everything, ready for the new person to come in, so it all looks nice and clean. So it is a fair bit. It's over 5 digits a year just for that one contract, so it is good money. And you just got to give and take. So we'll try and jump back on this tomorrow afternoon after the painters are gone, and we'll smash all the windows, get everything clean, ready for them to clean and do their bond clean on the Friday. So that's it for us today. We're gonna head home. Wife wants to mow the lawn, so I've got to give all the batteries back so she can mow the lawn, and yeah, move on it. So we're down at our local water area, just enjoying the sunrise. We're getting some fish and chips, but we just popped in to do a massive clean and seal quote for a big resort. It's got like 5 big towers around it, and they got problems with mold and stuff, so got to put that in as well. So that is the end of the day, because we're gonna have some fish and chips and watch the sun go down.